Okay, so I always get questions about how I get my flawless skin. So I thought that I would share with you how I do that. So the first thing that I do, I start off and I wash my face, and I make sure I get all the dirt, all the oil, and all that stuff off. Then I moisturize my skin. If you want to know what I use, maybe I'll share with you. So I do all that, and then I start off with a concealer, and I use Hard Candy's Glamoflauge concealer. It's a heavy duty concealer. And I use, you need the tiniest bit, like, for your entire face. It covers your under eyes, your redness, your hyperpigmentation, your acne, all of that. But I'll show you. Like, I'll use that for my entire face. That's it. That was all I will use for my entire face. And then after that, I put that on the back of my hand, and I take I use this as a foundation brush. It's a mineral powder brush from Sephora. It's mineral powder number 45 from Sephora Professional. And then I just dab that on the back of my hand with my concealer. And then I apply that under my eyes to cover the dark circles that I have. And I put it on any pimples that I have, like here, and here, and here, and here. And then I use the rest of it to cover the redness around my nose or on my mouth, and the veins on my eyes. And I blend that out with this brush as well. That's before I put any foundation on. Then, foundation, I use Revlon's Nearly Naked Makeup Foundation in 200 Warm Beige. Looks like this. This is damn near a perfect match for my skin. I love this foundation. I'll probably have to go a shade or two lighter because it's almost winter time. A lot of people don't realize that your skin gets lighter in the winter and darker in the summer, so you have to change foundations. You can't just keep using foundation. I'm actually almost out, so I take that, put a little bit on the back of my hand. You don't need a lot of foundation. That's a common misconception that people have, is they need a ton of foundation to cover up all their imperfections, and that's not true. You just need maybe like a nickel size amount, and then I take this brush again, I dab it all over my face, evenly, just get it all around, and then I blend it out with circular motions all over my face. Around my nose, around my eyes, and I make sure that I blend that concealer in with it so it, it looks clean and blended together, and I blend the excess down my neck. And then if I need to, I'll take like a cosmetic wedge sponge or a beauty blender or a cosmetic ground or something like that, and I will blend anything that didn't get blended out with the brush. Excuse me. And then after that, I take my blush stick, and this is Tropical Peach by Be Blushed. Looks like that. And it's just this really pretty natural blush color. And I dab that behind the apples of my cheeks and a little bit up towards my hairline on both sides. And then I blend it back more, and then I blend it onto the apples of my cheeks. So I do that. And then I take my Covergirl Clean Oil Control Pressed Powder in Warm Beige, and I've hit pan on it, as you can see. I love this stuff. And I just load my brush up, and I start on the center of my face, because that's where I'm the oiliest. So on the center of my face, on my T-zone, my nose, right around my nose here, and my chin. I concentrate there, and then I blend the rest on my cheeks and down my neck. And then once I do that and my makeup's all set and matte, I take this little sample size of Benefit's Hoola bronzer. It's actually a box powder. It's a bronzer. This is super matte. There's no shininess. There's no shimmer. There's nothing like that. It's just a really pretty matte brown bronzer. And I use this starting right here at this bone. That's right in front of your ear. It's where your jaws meet, that joint right there where your jaws meet, and I just blend that down to give myself some contour and slim my face. I do a little bit on my temples, and I do it under my and I do it under my chin there, so to slim my face. And then probably one of the most important steps that people skip, and it's so simple, is your eyebrows. Your eyebrows frame your face, and they frame your eyes, and your eyes are super important, especially if you're putting on eyeshadow. So this is actually improper, but it works for me. You don't have to use something for something just because it says it's for something. If it works for you, it works for you. At first I used this Hoola bronzer to fill my brows, but then I found that this worked better for me. I'm actually almost out, so I'm going to have to find a different thing, because this came in a set, and I didn't like the eyeshadow and the mascara that came with it, but I did like this, but I'm not going to buy all of it. So I'll find something else. So this is the Almay Intense Eye Color Eyeliner Crayon in Brown Topaz. And as you can see, I am nearly out. It will not go up anymore. So I just use this to fill in my brows. I keep my brows relatively thin so that I can give myself either more a youthful look with a straighter, more curved brow, or I could give myself a more adult look with a more arched brow. You learn what eyebrows work for your face. Do you want to look older? Do you more of an arch? Do you want to look younger? Do a more straight brow, thicker brow. So yeah, that's that. And then yeah, that's it. That's all I do to give myself a perfect complexion. By no means am I perfect. I don't have perfect skin. I do invest in my skin. That is something that I do invest in. I invest in good, face washes and moisturizers and makeup, and it's very much, what you're willing to invest in. So yeah, that's it. That's all I do. I hope this was helpful to some of you, and if you want me to do, if you have any questions about anything else, anything like that, feel free to comment and tell me, and I will help you. Okay.